This is episode 648, and today we're going to be talking about the importance of a life vision. As we journey through life, there will be days when we feel adrift, we feel lost, we don't know where we're headed, and we don't know why we're heading that way. To anchor ourselves in this turbulence of existence, it's crucial to have a clear and compelling vision for our life. What a vision serves as a compass, guiding us toward meaningful goals, actions, and decisions. And I also like to make the analogy that a life vision acts as a lighthouse. Because when things get dark and the waves start rumbling and storms come in and lightning is striking and we don't know what the heck we're doing, why we're doing it, we can look up from that boat, which is us, and see that lighthouse and understand the direction we should be heading in. The lighthouse serves as a beacon to us so that our decisions are clear in which way we're supposed to go. That lighthouse, a compass, right? If we're following a compass or a North Star, we need something in our future out there ahead of us. That's what a North Star is. It's ahead of us. A compass is kind of telling us where magnetic north is, but we need something to keep us on track towards a fulfilling and meaningful life. And our life vision can serve as that. So the importance of a life vision, it provides direction and clarity, right? It gives us a sense of where we need to go and why we're doing that. If we don't have direction and clarity, every day is just going to seem like a bumbling around in the dark, right? I'm sure we do that, occasionally, but with a life vision that's out there, that's shining in front of us, that's bright, no matter what, it's bright. We know which way we need to go. We know the direction. When we wake up in the morning, we know what we have to do, and we have clarity in that we know the steps that we have to take. Wouldn't it be great to wake up knowing what you're going to do and having clarity on how you're going to do it? That's what a life vision can provide. It provides motivation and commitment. When we are excited about our future, when we have a compelling future, a life vision, we are motivated, we are inspired, we must get up and do things. And we are committed that no matter what happens, we're going to take action today. It may not be dynamic action, it may not be big action, but if we do, like Japanese Kaizen, a little bit every day, but we are committed to taking some sort of action every day. And the motivation and inspiration drives our action so that we can get closer and closer and closer to our life vision. The One of the great benefits of having a compelling future, a life vision, is that we need to grow as individuals. If we didn't need to grow, we would already have that life vision right now. But since we don't, we need to become the person, we need to become the individual that can support that life vision. So the personal growth along the way is a wonderful, wonderful byproduct of that. So this is, if you don't have a life vision, if you don't have a reason, there's no reason for personal growth. Just stay the way you are. There's no reason to change, develop, grow, learn things. But with that life vision comes new learning opportunities, comes new progressive failure opportunities, if you will. Not failure that you're going to stop, but you're going to receive feedback and keep moving forward. But the personal growth you can achieve through a life vision is just absolutely fantastic. And then, on a side note, or even just with the same note, you can now look at how you want to be remembered when you cross over to the other plane, right? You have a legacy that you're going to leave, because that life vision really should be so big and so important that when you're not here anymore, it leaves a lasting effect on the people, your family, your community, your friends. So that's part of a legacy and an impact. I mean, I know we don't like to think about how we want to be remembered that often, or death, and that's more of the individual. How do you want to be remembered? Kind, loving, generous. But what do you want to be remembered for as far as a legacy and an impact? How well did you help change society? How well did you help change, improve relationships? Those are the things that is important about a life vision. So here's some steps to help you create that life vision, right? Is self-reflection. That is where I offer or I suggest you go out in nature and sit down with a notepad and reflect on your life. What were the good things? What were the bad things? What are the things you learned? What are the things that you used to do that you don't? What are the challenges you had as a child and overcame them? Look at all the self-reflection that you can examine your life with, and you'll start to see patterns. You'll start to feel energy about how some of those things resonate with you and some of them don't. The self-reflection, it may take 1, 2, 4, 10, 12 trips in nature, but you want to continually go there and get all this reflection on a notebook so you can analyze it. Identify your values. We all have values. We have core values or life values. We have values about a relationship. We have values about career. Basically, a value is what's important to you about dot, dot, dot. What's important to you about life? What's important to you about a relationship? And most people, when you just ask to write down your values, they're going to write stuff down that sounds great because the ego is in charge. They're going to want to be perceived as this wonderful person, which we all are, but we want to make sure we identify the true values, not the window dressing values. So this is where I like to use an assessment, an online assessment, because the assessment forces you to choose. If you would go to work or stay home with family, what do you want to do? If you go to the gym or read a book, what would you want to do? Right? And so all of those determine, when you answer all the questions, they can help you determine what your values are, because your values will help you create that life vision. Because if you create a life vision that don't include your values or represent your values, it's most likely that you will lose motivation, you'll lose clarity, and you'll move on to something else. So identifying your values is absolutely essential. Visualize, meaning that you want to see your vision. You want to close your eyes and be able to describe exactly what you see, exactly what you feel, exactly what you hear when that vision manifests itself. And we want to do this visualization regularly. We can, I mean, athletes do it before a race, salespeople to do it before sales, and that's a short-term visualization. But what we want to look at is keeping your unconscious mind trained on the target of your life vision and visualizing or mentally rehearsing what that's going to feel, look like, smell like, taste like is imperative to keeping your unconscious mind focused on your target. Write it down. Write down. So after you do some reflections and after you um, identify your values and you can describe what it looks like, write it down. And one of the easiest ways I have found is start out with a bullet point. It could be wealth, it could be happiness, it could be saving the wolves, it could be whatever. Write it down in bullet points, then wait a day and then expand those bullet points into a sentence, and then wait a day and combine those sentences into paragraphs. And that would be then eventually you're going to come to your life vision. And maybe 3 or 4 or 5 paragraphs, maybe 1 or 2 pages. And then when you write it down, you want to read it every day, because that's another way to program our unconscious mind to take action on what we want. Write it down. And as you read it out loud every day, you go, oh, that doesn't feel right. Let me make an adjustment here. That doesn't feel right. Oh, this is perfect. I need to emphasize this part. So writing it down and reading it out loud will really help drill home or, or program your mind for that success. Break it down. Now you have a big vision. Let's just say you have a 5-year vision. Well, then where would you need to be 3 years from now to know your 5-year vision is going to happen? Where would you need to be 1 year from now to know your 3-year vision is going to happen? Where would you need to be 9 months from now to know that your 1 year vision is going to happen, and so on until you get until you get to today. What do I need to do today that I know my 1 week vision will happen? So break it down from macro to micro. Visual aids, you can do like a vision board, which is great. There's so many of them. You can do them on your computer. You could use Pinterest. You could use Instagram. You could use so many different things if you're more into the format of it, and also put them around your office. Just you don't have to put a vision board just on one board. You could make your office, your home office or your regular office, filled with pictures of things that you have for your life vision. And life vision doesn't necessarily mean always doing work. It could be, how do you want to enjoy yourself? So maybe you put a picture of a safari on your office wall, maybe a picture of donating $10,000 to a charity, whatever that is. It doesn't have to be in one single vision board. You could have a vision office and take different photos or pictures of what is on your vision and frame them and have them, so everywhere you look, you're going to see part of your vision board. The visual aids are up to you, but there's so many ways to utilize those to help you manifest your life vision. And then, weekly, monthly, at least monthly, review and revise. Is this really where you want to go? And it's okay to revise it. It's okay. It's just we want to make sure we don't, wholesale revise it, like change the whole thing, because then that may not be the real true vision that you have. But, small tweaks, and the more you revise and review, the smaller the tweaks are going to be. In the beginning, there may be some big tweaks that you're going to make. But then as you continue to make them, read them, visualize them, see them, you are then going to get it smaller and smaller and smaller. And, one of the great things to help you with this is a coach. Whether it's myself or somebody else, helping you define your life vision can be so inspiring, can be so powerful that to do it by yourself, you may not be seeing all your strengths, all your attributes, all your blessings that you have, where a non-biased individual like a coach can really see through all that and help you identify your strengths on that. So just keep in mind, having a clear vision is not about predicting the future. It's about shaping it. So we don't want to predict because that means it's already happened. We want to create and shape our future. And it's about deciding the kind of life you want to live, the legacy you wish to leave, and then aligning your actions to manifest that reality a little bit at a time. Kaizen, a little bit at a time. So take a step back, reflect, dream big, and set forth with a vision that lights up your path in life. You will be so grateful that you took the time to create a life vision that it'll be amazing, and you're going to be able then to go out and help others create it. And again, if you need help, contact me, contact a coach, however that is, but start creating your life vision today. If you want to see the show notes on this podcast, you can visit warriormindcoach.com. While you're there, there's some more information that you can look at, more blog posts, more podcasts, and a way to contact me for a breakthrough session. Since you'll be on the internet, you can please follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest under Warrior Mind Coach.